Welcome back, everybody, to my 4-in-1 birthday special for Shaylyn, Geena, Jaron, and Kim. And we're going to keep the games moving along with another PS3 game, and we're going to play Jeopardy. Let's see how we do. Here we go. Hi, Tiger. You gonna watch me play? Come here. There you go. Oh, careful. Careful. Tiger, be careful. Just don't hurt yourself. Or you can sit right there, that's fine.
This is Jeopardy!
Okay.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. You're going to win a Pulitzer. Manimal. The New Testament. F-Stop. Best Female Rock Vocal Grammys. And Missing Body Parts. Where do we begin, Player 1? 1995. You ought to know. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. Player 1994. Come to my window. Let's hear it, Player 1. You are correct. 1979. Hot Stuff. Let's hear it, Player 1. Hey, you're right. You get to 1981. Fire and Ice. Okay, Player 1. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, Player 2. Right you are. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. 2000. There goes the neighborhood. Okay, Player 1. Good. Player 1, make a selection, please. Proverbially, sometimes you can't see it for the trees. Yes, Player 1. You are correct. These raised bars on the neck of a guitar help make the sounds of different notes. Yes, Player 1. The name of this Spanish dance form is Spanish for a type of pink bird. Player 1. Yes. Player 1. One of the principal offensive players on a soccer or hockey team. Yes, Player 1. Good. To apply nitrogen to the soil to aid plant growth. Player 1? That's correct. You again, Player 1. In a Rudyard Kipling story, one of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. A rhesus or a macaque? Okay, Player 1. Good. Player 1, of the three animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the category. Yes, Player 1? Right. The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice. Player 1? Correct. Player We're 1. Sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent. Yes, Player 1? Right. Player 1. This assassin's third, fourth, and fifth vertebrae aren't in a Baltimore cemetery. They're at the National Museum of Health and Medicine. Okay, Player 1. You got it. Player An American urologist is said to own a very important part of this French leader who died on May 5, 1821. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. This Lord Protector's body was once buried in Westminster Abbey. It's believed his head is buried in Cambridge. Player 1? Sorry. That's incorrect. Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Oliver Cromwell. Player 1. General Lee said, "He has lost his left arm, which was buried in Elwood, Virginia, but I have lost my right arm." Okay, Player 1. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Stonewall Jackson. Select. Answer. The Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. What are you going to wager? Okay, here is the clue. P.T. Barnum didn't have this actress's leg to stand on when she refused his $10,000 offer for it. That puts you even further ahead. Player 1, choose again. Jesus grew up in this town in the southern part of Galilee. Okay, Player 1. Right. Please pick it. In Luke, this angel told Zacharias that his wife Elizabeth would bear a son, and thou shalt call him John. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Player 1. The book of John records him as saying, "Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, I will not believe." Player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1. Jesus was referring to this fisherman when he said, "Upon this rock I will build my church." Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Player 1. On the road to Damascus, this future epistle writer was asked by Jesus, "Why persecutest thou me?" Okay, Player 1. Good for you. Player 1, Julia Keller won in 2005 for her reporting on a 10-second event, the destruction of Utica, Illinois, by one of these. Okay, Player 1. You got it. Player 1, in 2007, counterintelligence columnist Jonathan Gold became the first critic of these to win a Pulitzer. Yes, Player 1. Good for you. Player 1, this city's Herald won in 1993 for public service for coverage of Hurricane Andrew and its aftermath. Okay, Player 1. Good for you. Player 1, the first 2 Pulitzers for writing these, to the New York Tribune and Louisville Courier-Journal, didn't name the authors. It's Player 1. Right. And now the $1,000 clue. Russell Jones won for his reporting about Soviet repression from this capital in 1956. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. The selection will be yours, Player 3, when we return from this break. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. Around the World. American Playwrights. Tough Tunes. In the Neck. Food Words and Phrases. And October 1st. Player 3, starters. In 1994, Jordan signed a peace treaty with this country, ending the official state of war between them. It's Player 1. Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Yes, Player 3? Right. In 1903, Panama declared its independence from this country. Player 1? That's correct. Player 1? Sarah will present this clue.
Forgotten for centuries, this Incan royal retreat was rediscovered by Hiram Bingham in 1911.
Player 1? Right. The principalities of Moldavia and Wallachia were joined together to form this country in the 19th century. Okay, Player 1? Right you are. Player 1. The capital of this Pacific Island kingdom is Nuku'alofa. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. Player 1, pick again. True and false. David Mamet's no-nonsense book on this craft includes a chapter called Find Your Mark. It's Player 1. No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? The correct response is acting. Player 1. This playwright once said that his Aunt Belle, a Sunday school teacher, was the prototype of Blanche Dubois. Yes, Player 1? That's it. Player
You
1.
might desire the rings and garters worn by this Desire Under the Elms author. They're in the Yale Library.
Yes, Player 1?
Good.
Player 1?
Fam and Yam was inspired by a meeting with this playwright for whom life was no picnic.
Okay, Player 1? You got it.
Pittsburgh's African American Cultural Center was renamed for this piano lesson author, who was born in Pittsburgh.
Player 1?
Sorry, that's wrong.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's Player 2. Right you are. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2 has control. The godfather of soul, James Brown, can't dance because of these in his pants. Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1?
Vanessa Williams sang, "Just when I thought our chance had passed, you go and do this."
Okay, Player 1?
Good. In a Michael Martin Murphy song, this title horse busted down its stall. In a blizzard he was lost.
Player 1?
That's correct. Neil Diamond sang that a woman from this state shines with her own kind of light.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
That's correct.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are in first place. Please enter your wager. Answer.
In a Led Zeppelin tune, Robert Plant was packing his bags for these tidal mountains, familiar to Tolkien fans.
Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. You get to pick again, Player 1. Someone suddenly saying flattering things to you may just be doing this, like you'd do to bread. Yes, Player 1? That's it. Player
This
1.
condiment's name once meant the genuine article, so to cut it meant to be good enough.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
Right.
Answer. The second daily double. And you have the lead. What'll it be? Here is your clue. When a baseball player barely makes a catch, the way the ball and the glove look is known as this sweet treat. We're talking about an ice cream cone. It's something added, perhaps piped on, to make a good thing even better. Okay, Player 1. That's not it. Anyone else? We're talking about frosting. Player 1.
A woman's sleeve that's full at the top and gathered at the wrist is called leg of this.
Yes, Player 1?
No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's Player 2.
Right.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player 2, you make the next selection as we Curly made his woo-woos and nyuk-nyuks in this hollow chamber, also called the voice box. Yes, player 1? Good. Player in emergencies, this neck operation may be performed with a penknife and the empty shell of a pen. It's player 1. That is correct. These arteries carry blood to the head. A blockage in one may lead to an ischemic stroke. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right. This gland makes its hormones by combining iodine with the amino acid tyrosine. It's player 1. Great, you're back into it now. About 10 inches long, it passes through the neck and goes past the heart, through the diaphragm, and into the stomach. It's player 1. You got it. Select again. 1971. This complex opens near Orlando, Florida. Yes, player 1? Right you are. You again, 1800. Spain cedes this large territory to France. It's player 1. Correct. Player 1961. This man hits his 61st homer of the season. Player 1? That's right, way to go. 1880. John Philip Sousa becomes the leader of this military branch's band. Okay, player 1? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. The Marine Corps. And now the $2,000 clue. 1970. 5 million people turn out in Cairo for his funeral. Okay, player 1? Yes. I'll see you all for Final Jeopardy in just a moment. We've got the Final Jeopardy round here for you, and today it features this category. Children's Lit. You need to select your wager. Here you are, players, the Final Jeopardy clue. This Roald Dahl book begins, "These two very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket." What did you say? With that correct response, you will gain.
I'll see you all for another game.
Let's see your response. And this correct response will add how much to your score? Did you come up with the correct response? With that correct response, you will gain. Player 1, congratulations to you. We'll see you next time.